Hello everyone, this is Prashant. Welcome to the channel. So, in last video, I show you how the manual tester can survive in 2025. How to be smart. And now we are going to see in the automation part, like where are the automation doing mistakes, how to improvise the automation plus adding the manual, and it is right for 2025. Okay, let's jump onto it. So in the day one, we see all the QA. So in day two, we are focusing on automation part. Okay. So the what is makes automation more powerful? First is very faster. It will execute 500, 600 test cases within 1 or 2 hours itself, instead of doing 5 manual testers work. Next is repeatable, because you can run the same thing repeatedly faster way, and scalable. You can increase your test case as much as you can based upon your application process. Okay. Next one is great for regression, high volume test case. The regression is the same. What is regression? Mostly this will come into questions. Something is repeatedly going to do. Okay, so those things, not on various things, like going to repeatedly doing, and which something is going to update your application. Okay, so you want to make sure nothing as other things are broken. So how to you do the manual testing? So you can't do the entire application. Only your regression cases make sure that the new changes or bug fixes are not impacted anything other than your actual changes. Okay. Next one is high volume test cases. You can even if you need, if we have almost 900 test cases, 1,000 test cases for projects, means you can easily able to increase the test cases, not the number of employees. Okay, so that makes easily sense of automation testing. Okay. Next one is only test what it tells. That's the problem. So automation is where it lacks, means you said something. Okay, you write a script for something. It's the only thing that happens. It won't change the things because it's not intelligence. But manual testers can do. That's the only slight problem automation can, but that's not a problem. Okay, because it is only doing what we done for. And next one is smart QA requests, smart testers behind automation. So what is this line says means, if you are automation testers means you know how to code, but you are not smart automation testers or smart QA. So you have a knowledge of testers knowledge, not the developers knowledge. You should become a smart QA instead of a developer. Okay. So next we are going to focus on what are the misuses happening across automation, how to solve newly. Okay. First one is automating everything blindly. So what it will do means, when new application flow is added, so manager asks automate this process, means they will automate everything like small things unnecessarily, and increasing to show number of test cases. Then always thinking that pattern. I want to automate everything. I want to show the my management like we are running 500 test cases, 2,000 test cases. No, that is unnecessary. So blindly going, and I will talk about next thing, like how to solve the thing. And next one is automating unstable features. Unstable feature means any one product was in the early stage. Okay, so or it was in, we are still the, even the management was thinking how to improvise. So at that time we don't want to spend on automation, because anytime the UI going to change based upon the business. Next one is skipping test case design. So this is like happening a lot. Like if anyone asking like how they are automating, means from his knowledge, he's never worried about is a manual testers has done some test cases for this application or this flow, and can we automate that one? No, we are not thinking that one. We are completely skipping that part. Like before going to write any automation, we need to write some basic scenarios, like what are the things I'm going to cover for this automation. Otherwise, speaking to the functional or manual team, to what are the cases they have already written, so the coverage they has. So that you want to, the good pattern is to take the test case and automate them in a smarter way. Don't ever skip that portion, like randomly you can go into your automation, your flow, it's completely wrong. So we want to stop that one. And using wrong tools for wrong problems. Basically what's the problem I faced means, if I know Selenium mean, if I go to any company newly, first I won't know what is their application, what is their application behavior, what is the code they are written for the front end. No, blankly we will implement Selenium. That is the problem. Initially we are forgetting the automation strategy, like what is this application, is it React Native or latest thing, or it is using Angular, it is older in PHP. So without knowing the proper of the application, the performance of the application, we were like blindly going to the tools which the automation tester knows, instead of focusing on the project. So this will sorted out mostly by the anyone who are leading better knowledge. Otherwise, if the leader is not properly know any language, he only knows the one language, not have an idea of other things. so they will go to blindly. So these are the four basic mistakes. Still now, even I try to, we can try to solve it. We will suggest some things. Okay, if anyone going to start the project, if they asking what tool we can choose a project, means that is a good idea. So, but I don't know how many companies are thinking that way. Next one is, you want to know the things automation cannot do. Okay, so you don't want to think like, if suppose management saying like completely automate this one, means you want to defense and say them like, what are things is automation can't do. One is logical and domain based decision making. So it is tough because we were still in the kind of centralized, not even the automation is tools are created, right? It's not on any domain specific, it's just generally they created, so we are using based upon our application. So we cannot do that one. And judging the user experience, it's not a user level tools nowadays, only the development level codes. So it won't never get the user experience like a manual testing. Next one is handling unclear or change requirements. That's what I said previously also. If anything is unstable, you just want to say to your management like, this application is unstable, it is keep on revamping. If we are automating right now, it will have maintenance work lot. So the what is the pain of the automation is keep on maintenance. Even the management hates if you say I'm going to update the old codes due to changes, mean they will say it's like, they will only get interested when you're saying like you're going to get new test cases instead of maintenance. So that is the biggest problem while any application is unstable and we automated that one. Okay, and adapting to the rapid business changes. The rapid business changes means, so our application is started on the one logic as the one kind of uses. Suddenly they integrated multiple things like multiple tools or third party tools means into the project. That time is very tough. We have application like, so I have one application. So in my application is connecting with the Google Drive. Okay, so and it will fetch the data or connecting with the OneDrive or service now. Okay, so at that time our automation become complexities when the third parties or business changes. Okay, these are the things that our automation is a little tough to get it. Next is, what is smart QA? So here is, who has a very good knowledge on manual and very good knowledge on automation. But when they are joining together in one person, that time he will become a smart QA. First is start with the strong analysis. I was always says like, everyone when I joined the company, I always ask them, go and get the application, play around the application, see how the application works. Then you think about how many test cases there in automation, like what tools you're using. That is secondary. First, understand the application. If you are strong in the application, you can have any clarity while they're discussing the strategy or what need to be automated. So otherwise, if you don't know the application, you only seeing the 10 or 15 test cases how has been written, you can't automate properly. Your coverages will misuse lot. Okay. Next one is automated, stable, repeatable scenarios. Always as a high priorities, ask the application process like, which are things we are like repeatable. Login is, take an example of one like Flipkart, you want to order something, means which is repeatable. Always the same is login process. Always same is adding to the cart, from checkout things or paying the payments. So these are the common things. They maybe into the cart the product may be different, but the process of that is repeatable. Okay, and maintain automation like a real code base. The problem of my automation maintenance is, I work today, I left the company, tomorrow one guy is coming, I wrote the code the way I have a knowledge, that tomorrow is coming the new guy, he has some knowledge in automation, there a problem will come. He can able to code a new code easily, but when that management asks him to maintain the old script like updatable, that is the biggest problem. Okay, so that's why I always says, instead of giving the to inside the code everything, try to use reusable codes, and whatever test data we are using, never hard coded. Try to keep in one file and keep the methods in one place. Try to use that as a utilities instead of writing your own method every time. It will make more complex for everyone for the maintenance work. Okay, so that's why the company should follow the some strategy, the plan, how we are going to do. Okay, next one is tools such as enablers. Strategy is a key. Okay, so here you can ask. Okay, so we are using different tools. What is the strategy? So in any company, the top level seniors or lead level people, they want to take a strategy instead of thinking in the tool base. I told the same also. So how you become a smarter QA means strategy. You want the manual or the automation? First strategy. Some people think a strategy is the old way is a manager only. So the people want to adapt sooner. Like what is today's automation tool is rendering playwright. So if you know playwright, you'll get easily get job. If you know selenium, you'll get secondary easily job. But the all the startups are moving to playwright. Okay, even that I'm getting the call only for playwright. But if you take a playwright, okay, so I took a playwright, that's fine. What is other language? Because playwright has TypeScript, some companies using Python is some company using, some company is going for Java. So why are they going for Java? Because our previous employees are Selenium based Java peoples. So they can change a tool. The language is tougher for them. So what they doing? They take the playwright from the latest trending. They take the older language Java. They trying to club. Okay, so that's what happens. Okay, it's like a tricky one. And when not to automate, first of all you want to have a clear knowledge like which one you want to bring to automation, which one you want to keep in the manual testing. So I'm going to tell you the UI design. Okay, so some people says like this home page is always changeable. Can we automate? No, try to reduce the automation of the home page. Every company, if you take Amazon, if 1 week you have one UI, next week you have another UI, after a week you have different UI. So what are the places that are going to revamp sooner? Try to skip those part from automation. I always tell them, people think like homepage is the main page, we want to automate. No, homepage is the company's advertisement. They keep on try to book a banner, ads or something. So you cannot rely on that one. But other payments like payments page, profile sections, login sections, service sections, those are all constant. Mostly the company won't spend much money on to redesigning that one. So those things you want to take automation first. The things are going to repeatedly changes. The screens, that screens you want to have a low level automation at the basic ones. Don't put so much effort. Okay. And what is next one is one time or low level test cases. What does one time means? Suppose some companies, every company has contact us page. Okay, that page how many users will go daily? No, when complaints rise the course. So this kind of things is you want to keep in last. Okay, and there's footer sections. So mostly footer sections we only keep links. If there are any functions like sending notifications or opening to our social media apps, so this are like one time test cases. We can make that manual testing itself take a look. Okay, and explore it in visual testing. So nowadays visual testing is getting bigger. It's not automation. If you guys used like lambda test, browser stack or any other like cloud based testing tools, they have a very good vision things like comparing a screenshots. So even in my company we have a 15K screenshot comparison. So what we will do means we will have a URLs for both product environment and the test environment. Before going to release, we will run the both the same project, same link with a different environment. Take a screenshots and compare if anything is breaking down. If anything is breaking down means that is expected or not. So if it is expected means it's not a problem. If it is not expected means the UI UX. So that's why I always tell everyone like take a lambda test or a browser tag. Take the machine like subscription. Try to create the one. Okay, your manual testing and automation testing. If it is forgot to fetch any issues, that vision is clearly taking the pixel to pixels. I always love it. I'm going to take one video on that one. It's very really important for every testers you want to know. Okay, just like and just for section automation. This one people use like what I said told earlier is these people keep on think like I want to create more test cases. So next one is just for sake of showing automation. So this is every automation test I apply. Some people like keep on increasing test cases to showcase every week they are increasing. So in most of 30 to 40% test cases, it's unnecessary. But what will happen means it will make the overall test regression to 3 to 4 hours extensions. It is hard to maintain, waste of timing. So so we don't want to create any time to showcase automation testing. Only keep focusing on which is more high priority to automate and more usable. Okay, so next one is creative. So in automation testing, how we can bring a new things. So first one is be a manual testing strength first. Okay, So make sure the entire application is covered in manual testing. Next thing is, before going to automation, think strategy. What you want to automate, on which tool you want to automate. So basically, in current trend is Playwright, Selenium, and any framework. Like if you take a Selenium, take a Cucumber or TestNG. If you take a Playwright, go with the as usual Playwright flows. Okay, it has a inbuilt framework, okay, like a test. But you want to think which one you're going to go. Okay, so which one is more feasible for your project, and which one is your management is satisfied way of reporting. Like, if you take a Playwright has a very awesome reporting, videos, screenshots, all inbuilt, so you don't need to go to anywhere. So that's why Playwright is becoming very famous nowadays. And be think a QA. So I already tell everyone, like, script don't like a developer, script like a QA. Okay, so then only you see like you are scripting properly. Otherwise, what will happen, like, you keep on thinking like how the developers works. Okay, so the clubbing of automation is manual plus developer. So this both, like, even you want to speak to developers, like how they are doing a smarter data structure implementations, where and all the OOP conflict I brought up. Okay, so those things you just speak to the developers, how they are writing a unit test. Sometimes their unit test will help us to create the integration of function testing. Okay, next is conclusion overall. This is don't think like I was like saying small thing of automation. The plus of manual automation only make you the very good employee in your entire career. Okay, don't think your automation skill alone will brought you the job. Okay, because you will get, once the automation is done, you don't know which one to automate, which one to not automate. How do you be concluded? Only you know the application and what are things are manual scripting. Okay, come things like a speeding with a human brain. Okay, like this one is like you want to take the latest trending things. Okay, which is your reporting and all, how, like, so I always say, like, we have a Slack nowadays, Jira nowadays. So the communication environment, reporting test, like management tool. So you want to try to connect with the integration with them to make look like a speedy. Okay, otherwise running automation on place and finding a bug and going to create a bug in Jira independently is unnecessary. You want to do it. Suppose you are using a Slack or Teams as your public like communication means, there you want to integrate, and every time you want to run automations, that you want to be, everyone want to be visible. Okay, like you are reporting instead of you going to and say. Okay, next one is, what can I do, can't do in testing. That on the next thing, like A is more important. I'm how in QA the K is like this. AI will help us in the both of manual testing first, how the AI is helping, and in automation, how the AI is helping. Okay, and if you want to more videos, please subscribe and share to your friends. Thanks for watching.